We live in a world full of unsolved mysteries and stories that tell a larger tale of the past. But which of these stories are true?
There were strange noises coming from upstairs.
I heard scratches at the door.
And which of these stories are make-believe?
There have been no records found of a documented murder or death in the building.
And the question remains, does the supernatural exist? Deep in the cornfields of southern Illinois lies a small town, Charleston. Charleston is not only the home of ancient houses, often built in the 1800s, and farms that have been around for centuries, but it is also the home of the first college ever built in Illinois to house women, Eastern Illinois University. Here's where our haunting investigation unfolds. The old tale of the ghost at Pemberton Hall, the first dorm ever built to house women, has been known as one of the most haunted places in Illinois. For more than 80 years, women living in the hall claim to have encountered the ghost, or ghosts, and have reported experiencing strange phenomenon. Although many versions have been heard, the story originates around 1917, one cold January night when supposedly a crazed janitor raped and murdered one of the students residing in Pemberton Hall. A young female went upstairs to the 4th floor to play piano and relax, when a school janitor crept upstairs and attacked the resident. After assuming her to be dead, the janitor crept away, and the brutally beaten girl dragged herself down the stairs, while scratching at the walls trying to get help. No one heard her cries. The young victim was then discovered dead outside the RA's room on the 3rd floor. The resident assistant's name was Mary Hawkins. The tale continues as Mary, who had found her, had checked herself into a nearby mental institution because of the disturbing incident, and later took her own life. As the years have passed, residents of Pemberton Hall say they have heard this event from the past repeating itself in the building. Students recall the dragging sounds heard near the stairs and the sounds of scratching on the doors and walls. With many reported hauntings, mainly on the 3rd floor, 2 of these students who lived on the 3rd floor share their experiences living at Pemberton Hall, one of the most haunted buildings in Illinois.
I remember one night I woke up and I asked my roommate, I was like, "Lauren, did you turn the TV off?" And she's like, "No, did you turn the TV off?" And I was like, "No." And like the clickers were on top of the TV, like we couldn't have rolled over on them in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Heather Rabinowitz is a student at UIC in Chicago who previously attended Eastern Illinois. While living on the 3rd floor of Pemberton Hall, Heather recalls numerous paranormal incidents that she will never forget.
A really weird sweeping noise over in the corner of my room, and we had like tile floors, and it just sounded like something was like dragging back and forth on the tile floor, and it was really weird. So I basically started crying and just forced myself to go back to sleep. I was like paralyzed in fear, like I couldn't move. I just like lay there and cried in my bed, and then I blacked it out and passed out and went back to sleep.
Heather recalls another incident that confirmed her beliefs in the building's ghost.
Sam and I were in this little study room that's in the stairway between the 3rd and 4th floor, and we went to flip the lights on, and we were actually talking about the ghost, and we went to flip the lights on the study, and sparks just started shooting out of the light switch. And so we freaked out, and I didn't want to touch it, but I had to turn it back off, the light switch. So I took my flip-flop off, and I hit the light switch shut.
Although residents were experiencing strange phenomenon, most of the girls did not make a big fuss about what was happening. Another resident of the 3rd floor shares her experience living at Pemberton.
I have heard strange noises, just doors slamming, lights turning off.
Samantha Johnson, a junior at Eastern Illinois, has also lived on the 3rd floor of Pemberton Hall.
I have felt uncomfortable in the building just because it's such an old building. It's kind of creepy. It is scary, especially at night because it's dark too. It's probably one of the darkest buildings I've been in where it's at night and then they don't have a lot of lights on. So if you come in late at night, it's kind of scary.
Samantha describes one of her experiences living at Pemberton that left her with the question about the ghost of Mary.
Me and my friends were sitting in one of the dorm rooms, and we were just talking. We were talking about actually the ghost and the story of it. This is when we first moved in. And when we were talking about it, the light actually went out and then came back on.
Along with strange occurrences happening on the 3rd floor, Samantha discusses the odd mystery of the unusual closing of the 4th floor.
I think that people could still go up there, but there was no rooms or anything. We weren't allowed up there.